Okay, this is my first attempt at trying to record gameplay footage of League of Legends. Going to play a ranked match. I don't actually know whether or not the sound is working properly. How do we do this? Have a guess at it, I guess. Right, go and play some Yee. I have to learn to speak up properly. That's a bit difficult because I've got headphones on and I can't really hear my own voice. Okay, Yee? Yee. Dana. Dana Yee. Yee. 55. Magic resistance. 55 armor. Armor? Yeah, 55 armor. Yeah. The thing with this is that I have a habit of not speaking up very much, nor conjugating my thoughts. I have a cold at the moment, so this is going to be really tricky. 2.7 level 18. Yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah, why not? Okay. Microphone noise gate. Yeah, I have a tendency to speak around this level, so it's probably best if I lower this slightly. My actual speaking voice is somewhere around here, so yeah, that should about cover it. Well, no, I can just cut this out later, can't I? Okie dokie. What to say? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to... No. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kogwerks video. My name is Clockwork. Yeah. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clockwork, and this is... What? What is it? It's a test. Well, it's not a test, it's a... Yeah. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kogwerks video. Yeah. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kogwerks video. My name... Kogwerks video? Yeah, stupid. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kogwerks video. My name is Clockwork, and this morning this edition of Views. Yeah. It's Views, isn't it? No, it's DUS. Yeah. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kogwerks video. My name is Clockwork, and in this episode of yeah, maybe, I don't know. Good grief, I'm useless at this. Okay, well, it's my first go, so not going to be perfect. Okay. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kogwerks video. My name is Clockwork and this is League of Legends, yeah. Alright. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kogwerks video. My name is Clockwork and this is League of Legends. Yes, that's what I was... Brain, work with me here, come on. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kogwerks video. My name is Clockwork and this is League of Legends. In this episode of DUS? Could be DUS, might be DUS. Yeah, it's DUS. DUS. In this episode of DUS, I'm going to play a ranked League of Legends game. And you'll have to forgive my audio because I currently have a cold. But I want to do this anyway, because... Why do I want to do this? Because it's fun, because... Skip off because. Because. Good morning. Can't say good morning. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kogwerks video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to... Don't go so fast. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kogwerks video. My name is Clockwork and this is League of Legends. Today I'm going to play an episode of Ranked using Master Yi. And you'll have to forgive the audio commentary because I've never done this before in my life. Yeah, this is basically just an ad hoc playthrough video. If you've seen the other videos on my channel, you'll notice that I've just been posting matches without any audio to them, because firstly I was trying to get the rendering right, because I've never rendered videos before using Sony Vegas, so I didn't know what file formats and things that I had to use in order to get a decent upload onto YouTube. And I'm not much of a talker. I don't really ever talk to anyone at all, so I'm more of a typer. So I'm trying to basically practice my audio commentary. Later on I'm going to create like proper videos that will actually detail like the different map modes and the different champions and things to my channel. But at the minute I'm just trying to practice and get good at what I believe is called oration, something like that. Public speaking, anyway. So basically what I'm trying to do here is play a ranked match of a ranked match of Summoner's Rift using Master Yi. As you can see from what's on the screen currently, I'm not placed yet. I'm still in the placement for season 4 of the ranked leagues of Summoner's Rift. Since they went over to season 4, you've got to play 10 games before they place you in the league, and then you start working through playing matches in order to progress up that league, basically. What we've got here, as you can see, I've played 6 games already. I've lost most of those because of my allies, basically. I'm a pretty good player personally, although from this it doesn't particularly look like it, I must admit. But alright, go to Twitter, go to my Twitter page. You can get to it via the YouTube homepage area. My channel page, I've got a link to my Twitter account. If you look in the images, I often post after-match results, and you'll see that I often get a lot of kills whilst my allies don't. Basically, they die a lot and they feed and make it basically impossible for me to win. So that is basically what's happened here. As you see, I get first quite a bit, and as you see from this one, Malphite, Summoner's Rift, defeat, but I got 2 champion kills, 0 deaths, 2 assists, and my allies basically fed something like 0-7 or 0-10, so it made it impossible for me to win because there was only one other player in the match who was actually any good. So life sucks like that. Yeah. So basically, I've got to play 4 more games before I'm probably put into bronze, and then I've got to work my way up through that. I was before in season 3 at the end of it. At the end of season 3, I was in silver 3, I think. I got this. I basically started in bronze at the beginning of silver 3, worked my way up to silver 1. Yeah, bronze 5 to silver 1, and then I got hit with a condition called ELO Hell. Look it up. Apparently, Riot says it doesn't exist. Right, which is ELO Hell is basically where one match after another, just constantly, your allies are completely incompetent. They feed heavily, and regardless of how well you play personally, you cannot progress. And it's a flaw within their matchmaking system that results in pretty good players, or at least average players, ending up in the lower leagues because the system continuously puts them with allies who are incompetent or have no map awareness or basically just can't play the game. That's an entire topic for another video, really. But the long and the short of it is that the bit that annoys me personally, Riot says it doesn't exist, the player base says it doesn't exist, it's actually the fault of the individual player, but anyone who's ever seen me play or has seen my match history proper, who actually knows how well I play personally, then they would be cognizant of the fact that the reason why I don't win matches most of the time is because my allies, because it's a team game and my allies aren't any good. Anyway, that is an entirely different topic. The point is this: I've got to do, there's all semantics. The point is this: I've got 4 more games to go before I get placed probably in bronze because my allies continuously suck, and then I've got to work my way up into the higher leagues. I'm going to record those matches. Well, once I've actually been placed, I'm going to properly record those matches in a series called ProPleh on my channel. At the minute, I'm just, as I said before, learning basically. Yeah, as you can see, I've played 5 matches of Xin, who's pretty good. He makes a good tank. A lot of people play him as crit max for some reason, trying to maximise his damage output, which is totally stupid. You should play him as a tank because of his passives. Again, that's entirely another video because I'm going to cover each individual champions, like the better way to play them, because as you can see from my item sets here, I've got a lot of different builds for a lot of different champions that I can play. These ones here are basically the ones that I'm absolutely stellar with. Master Yi being one of them. The other one being Xin. As you can see, tanky build, lots of defense. Some notes on things. Did I say I wasn't very good at talking about things? Yeah, not very good at talking about things, but I'm trying here. Anyway, Diana, so Diana, Yi, Xin, Garen, although I can't play Garen in Summoner's Rift. Darius I'm pretty good with, although in most circumstances he's pretty OP. Teemo, a lot of champions really. Oh, also Katrina, pretty good with Katrina as well. A lot of people will tell you that, excuse me, a lot of people will tell you that a lot of these champions are overpowered, although I've seen plenty of people who couldn't play any of these guys very well. What I prefer in a champion is fighter tanks. The incoherency on this thing is amazing. What I basically prefer in a champion is fighter tanks. So whereas a lot of people will play Yi with something that looks like, if I've got a build here, which I don't, a lot of people will play Master Yi as like a maximum crit type of champion. I don't play him like that. I prefer getting a lot of lifesteal a lot of defense. Yeah, how the hell do I describe this? Best way to describe this is just to do it, I think. Okay. These masteries these masteries are the ones I'm going to use, basically. Which are basically tank. Yeah, it's basically what the masteries come in three flavors. You got Berserker. You have Berserker, tank, and well, I suppose you could call support. Although, yeah, utility, support utility. No one ever uses these apart from with support champions, really. I don't think, anyway. Well, it's not like they have a lot of use. I mean, movement speed. Why am I going on about this? Generally speaking, stick to Yi. Alright, tank masteries, tenacity, increased armor, magic resistance, increased health, that kind of thing. Why would you choose those on Yi? The reason why you would take tank masteries on Master Yi instead of the Berserker masteries is, well, the offense mastery. Yeah, the offense masteries. The reason why you would take defense masteries instead of offense is because Master Yi builds up a lot of natural offense because of one of his abilities grants him a natural increase in attack damage. It's all about staying alive long enough to actually cause enough damage to your opponents to kill them. If you get hit with burst damage and you've got nothing but offensive capability, you die almost instantly. And that is what a lot of people, that's the mistake a lot of people make, is that there are only a few champions in the game who you can go purely offensive and not be incredibly vulnerable to burst damage. Master Yi is one of them. Basically, if you build nothing but offense and take nothing but crit, you might get a lot of kills off, probably ending up with a score something like, for example, 15 kills, 10 deaths, but you won't be able to defend towers, and you'll probably die pretty quickly in team fights as soon as the enemy realises that, firstly, you die incredibly quickly to burst damage, and secondly, if they don't kill you quick, they will die because you've got that much offensive power, you'll just overrun the defences. I used to play a lot of Fiora, for example, and you can't play Fiora defensively, because if you play her defensively, she doesn't have the damage output in order to kill anybody, while simultaneously not having the defensive capability in order to stay alive. But if you go pure offense, a lot of people will just target you specifically because they know if you hit with burst damage or crowd control, you'll just keel over. Master Yi is in exactly the same class, except if you go with defensive masteries and, as you can see from my item set, just a moderate amount of defense, you can defend yourself against the burst damage long enough in order for his natural offensive capability and the enhancement granted by Ruin's passive, the armor shred from Black Cleaver, the lifesteal granted by Hydra and Ruin, in order to keep you alive. It's all about synergizing both offense and defense. His heal obviously works rather nicely to save you from near death as well. So yeah, basically I'm going to play a ranked match, hopefully anyway, because people keep on either choosing Yi before me, banning Yi, or I'm just so far down the pick order that I don't get to play jungle. So there's no point in picking Yi when I've got to be something like support. So yeah. Master Yi, ranked game, defense, masteries. I've got a long way to go before I can actually talk properly. I know. And this item build, because it's one of the most effective. I know it says best too, but it's one of the most. Why these items? Because Blade of the Ruin King syncs with his passive. His passive is every 4th strike, so he hits with a double strike, the 2nd strike doing 50% damage. Attack damage obviously syncs well with hitting a target physically. Attack speed, every 4 strikes comes quicker. 15% lifesteal, which he desperately needs. That is in fact the wrong build for going jungle. I'm an idiot. Excuse me. One moment here. If I'm playing Yi in the jungle, I think it's probably this one. My bad. Okay. Start again. For playing Master Yi in a jungle on Summoner's Rift, what you want is Spirit of the Elder Lizard. You've got to get the jungle item first, obviously. Incinerate syncs with his E, because both his E and Spirit of the Elder Lizard both do true damage over 3 seconds. On dealing physical damage. And you end up doing something like 75 to 100 true damage depending on your level per strike if you've activated his E. So obviously that's, well, very synergistic. You obviously want Elder Lizard for Butcher because fast jungling and everything. I mean, yeah, his Q is pretty effective at farming minions, but with the true damage synergy with the Z, it's obviously an enhancement, a bonus. Mercury Treads, for some reason nobody ever buys these upgrades. I don't know why, because the whole reason why you get boots, aside from the extra bonus effect, is the 45 movement speed. And it only costs 475 in order to gain another 15. It's a gold efficient extra boost. I don't know why no one ever gets it, but most people for some reason go with, where is it? This one, Home Guard. It's useful in the late game sometimes, but personally I prefer bonuses which last over the long term. Yeah, bonuses which last over the long term. So if you get 15 plus movement speed, then regardless of the situation, regardless of the time or the situation, you've always gained an extra 15 movement speed from it. Yeah, the reason why you get Mercury Treads rather than something like, for example, Greaves, or maybe even Swifties, which are these. Yeah, cutting down the names is actually rather handy. Rather than Boots of Swiftness, just call them Swifties. It's easier. So Treads give you 25 magic resistance, which not a lot of people realise that most champions gain 25 natural armour over magic resistance. So for example, by the time they hit level 18 they might have 75 natural armour but only 50 magic resistance. So if you're looking to, which is actually quite appropriate that you gain more armour than magic resistance, because in the next time you play a match, look at the end game analysis of how much damage you've actually taken of the different types, how much physical and how much magical damage you've taken, and you'll actually see that you take, on average, 1/3 or more physical damage than you do with magic damage, regardless of who it is you're up against, unless you're up against an entirely AP team anyway. But on average you'll take more physical than magical damage. Personally, I still like to keep my armor and magic resistance equal. So with Master Yi, I know he gains around 25 natural armor over magic resistance. So if you get Treads, the built-in magic resistance gives him at level 18 an even amount of armor and magic resistance. Yeah, so then the Mercury Treads also give you 35% tenacity, which cuts down on, as it says here, reduces duration of stuns, slows, taunts, fears, silences, blinds, and immobilizations. Which, combined with the jungle masteries, reduces the duration of crowd control effects by 15%, and basically ups this to 45% tenacity. No, tenacious. It's got the same name. It's not that one. It's one of these. I don't know which one it is. Not you. Not you. Not you. 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 You or you. Okay. Well, it's one of these. It gives you another. That's kind of weird. Or maybe the maximum is 45% tenacity then. Because that gives you 35, and that other one gives you 15. It should be 50, but it only shows up in the game as 45% tenacity. So yeah, maybe that's the maximum. Okay, it gives you the maximum amount of tenacity. I never realised that. I never realised that up until now, but apparently it does. Blade of the Ruined King. As I was saying before I switched the builds around, Blade of the Ruined King syncs with his passive and is probably one of the best items to get on Master Yi for the lifesteal, attack damage, attack speed. The thing about Master Yi, he is basically all about the attack speed. There are some champions like Fiora who work best with a Hydra as the absolute first key item that you need to get hold of, which I'm not entirely sure why that is with Fiora, but it could be, yeah. It's probably because the 15 health regen per 5 seconds syncs with her passive, and the attack damage and the AoE lets her have greater sustain. But a Master Yi, it's Blade of the Ruined King. It's basically one of the key items you want to get with him. Plus the slowdown. Seeing as he has no abilities which slow down an enemy, this is one of the ones that you want to go with. This is the item that you want to go with. The 5% other target's current health on bonus, physical, whatever, does a great deal of damage to any target which has a lot of health. So, for example, Shen has more health than armor or magic resistance, so that would obviously be more effective against him than, for example, Rammus, who would have more armor than health. Which is also why later on you get the Black Cleaver, because firstly it gives you the cooldown reduction which syncs with Elder Lizard and Visage to give you 40% cooldown reduction. A lot of people for some reason don't consider cooldown reduction to be all that important. I consider it to be essential on every single champion, regardless of who it is you're using. At least getting 20, if not 30, or for preference 40% cooldown reduction. If you don't have it, you're being an idiot. Because spamming your abilities, most champions are entirely about their ability use. They're there to make the champion what they are, basically. And if you don't have some cooldown reduction to allow the champion to use their abilities to their maximum effect and as often as possible, you are basically crippling your own ability to play. That is one of the obvious facts about playing League of Legends in my book. So, yeah, Blade of the Ruined King does 5% target's current health and bonus physical damage per hit. Sync that with the Black Cleaver to shred up to 25% armor. Okay, it could be argued that this is not the most economical thing to get, because not every team has a tank, and not every team has enemies who... not every match has an array of enemies who build up enough armor to actually make this viable. Basically, stripping 25% of their armor away is pointless on an enemy who's only got, say, 30 armor anyway. What you want is someone who's got, say, 200 armor, and you're stripping off 50 armor. Then it actually enhances the physical damage you can do to the target in a much more prolific way than simply knocking off what are we talking about, 7.5 if they've only got 30 armor. So I mean, that's what you'll find with like AP casters, for example. There's no point in stripping an armor off an AP caster because you're not going to do significantly increased damage. But off of, say, a Rammus or a Jarvan or a Malphite, that's obviously far more effective. But between the 200 health, the 50 attack damage, the 10% cooldown reduction, armor penetration, which 10 armor penetration is useful against an AP caster because that will simply cut away like 1/3 of their armor if they've only got 30 armor anyway, combined with the 5% physical damage you can cause per hit from Ruined King, combined with Yi's passive, that does massive amounts of damage regardless of who it is you're fighting. Spirit Visage, one of the most essential items on Master Yi, again because he needs health, he needs magic resistance, which is why over here I've got 45 armor combined with 21% attack speed because attack speed is essential, and the 45 armor offsets the 55 that you're getting from Spirit Visage. 20 health regen per 5 seconds, always useful. 10% cooldown reduction, which is part of the 40% cooldown reduction that you gain from 1, 2, 3. And the passive syncs with his W. His W is a self-heal, which holds him in place for, was it 5 seconds, 10 seconds, something like that. And it's based on, firstly, how much health he is missing, which is the overall effect is increased by 1% for each 1% health he is missing. So if he's missing 75% of his health, the effect is increased by 75%, which, for some reason, that ability is powered by AP. Since he got upgraded a while back, they removed almost all of his AP dependence, or AP boost, AP dependence, one of the two, and replaced it with AD, apart from his self-heal. But the conversion ratio on his self-heal is absolutely crap. It's so low that there's no point in gaining something which gives him AP and damage, because even if you went with something like, there's no point in that because he's only got that one AP based ability. Let's say Rage Blade, 10% lifesteal, 20% attack speed if you fall below 50%. If you fall below 50% health, gives him attack speed, ability power, and damage. All very useful, certainly, but the ability power ratio conversion is so low that it basically makes absolutely no difference to his regenerative capability. Spirit Visage, on the other hand, increases it by a flat 20%, regardless of whatever else, regardless of how high your AP is, the self-heal is increased by 20% flat. So it's the most effective way of increasing that ability whilst giving him some the defensive capability, I don't know, whilst giving him some defense. You do enough damage by the true damage penetration, which ignores defense, and the combination of Ruined King doing a flat 5% and Black Cleaver cutting through 25% of the armor. So adding in a bit of defense from the treads and Visage doesn't hurt his overall damage output. To polish off with, some people for some reason go with the Ghost Blade in order to activate that and his ulti at the same time, which gives him a massive overall boost. The problem is that boost only lasts for 6 seconds, whereas on the other hand, and it's also, if you get Ruin, which you probably definitely should get Ruin regardless, and Ghostblade at the same time, you've got two actives, which on the keys is tricky in order to manoeuvre your fingers, or at least I find it tricky anyway. What you want is one active on any given champion, which in this case is Ruin, and Triforce does him a lot more good because it gives you a permanent increase to his movement speed. Ability power, okay, so it's not exactly a huge boost, but ability power adds to his heal. Attack damage adds to the E bonus. Critical strike, you notice that the only critical strike that I've got here is from Triforce. It's because you don't really need crit on Yi, not when you've got Cleaver and Ruin and the true damage from Elder Lizard. A lot of people think that you need it because of his Q, which you can do a lot of damage if you've got crit and you use his Q, but again, it's only something that applies once and then you have to wait for a cooldown reduction. The way I've set it up here is, regardless of what's going on, I've got a constant ability to cause damage. The constant ability to cause damage. Yeah, they're more health, more mana, rage, which is obviously very, very useful because you can chase down opponents. And then the Spellblade, physical depth. I love the Spellblade on Trifloss. New from Colgate. Yes, Triforce, Spellblade. I love the Spellblade of Triforce because it does 200% base attack damage, 200% markup every time you use an ability. And with the 40% cooldown reduction, by the time you hit Triforce, you do 200% markup on his base attack damage like every few seconds. It's ridiculous amounts. It's a really easy way to cause ridiculous amounts of damage very, very quickly, which, as it does physical damage, is also enhanced through Black Cleaver. In terms of defense, you've got 400 health from this, 200 from that, another 250 from there, combined with combined with 50 armor, 50 magic resistance, 25 magic resistance from the treads, which also syncs with his natural armor, and a lot of durability combined with a lot of damage. That was not coherent in the slightest, but I'm going to post it anyway. And my voice is already giving out. As you can tell, I don't talk very much to anyone. I love typing. I love emails. That's how I communicate with pretty much everybody. If I tried to talk to anyone for any length of time, I just end up losing my voice, as is now happening. But I'm going to practice. I'm going to get good at casting because it's something I've always wanted to do. But it's going to take me a while before I'm actually good at doing it. Okay. Yeah. So that was long. It was rambling. It was confusing. Probably about as coherent as static on a radio. But yeah, that's basically what we're doing. Armor, attack speed runes, masteries, defense, item sets. Going with this one, before you say that's silly to yourself, or you should actually do this, or holy crap, why isn't he going with the Ghost Blade, or he should totally have more crit there, or some other stupid thing that a lot of people tell me a lot of the time. The way I play works. That's definitive. The way I play Master Yi works. It has worked again and again and again for a very long time. I know exactly what it is I'm doing. So trust me on this. In fact, don't trust me on this. Let's go and watch me be awesome. I'm often accused of having quite a big ego. It's not ego if it's true. Okay. So hopefully there will be no problem with me taking the jungle, depending on something like pick order. It's currently it's currently 8 o'clock in the morning. I've been awake since about 4 AM, I think. Yeah. My sleep pattern is a bit screwy at the moment. Well, it's always been a bit screwy, but basically I went to bed about 8 last night and I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Then sometime after dinner I just kind of crash in the evening. I really should get a proper sleep schedule. Holy crap, this music sounds awesome in my headphones. Crap. You'll notice I just copied and pasted that in. It's a hell of a lot easier than writing it every time, and people, sometimes they have no idea what to ban. Sometimes, so I just include a little list of champions who are generally a pain in the ass. Renekton has this habit of stomping all over top. Fizz is just OP and seriously needs a debuff because holy crap, can that guy kill things. Kennen, not a lot of people ban Kennen, but Kennen is extremely annoying for his mass stun effect, which a lot of teams that I tend to play with, end up running straight into it and just dying, and it's really irritating. Nasus, that stupid hit-on thing that gains in power depending on what he's killed with it, can kill pretty much anyone really quickly if he gets fed. Jax, for obvious reasons, because Jax is just very, very powerful. Yas, a good Yas is horrible. A bad Yas is a complete pushover, but a good Yas is really horrible. Evelyn, whatever the hell she's called, really nasty. Jungler. Yeah, Fiora, pointless spam. Can't hear myself talk. Okay. So I was just checking to see whether or not someone had taken jungle. Kassadin, obvious reasons, because Cass is like Fizz in the late game. There's a tendency just to stomp all over everyone. Blitzcrank support. Yep, Blitzcrank support. Blitz is a pretty good support, although I prefer someone like Morgana. Or Ziggs. Ziggs is one epic support. A good Ziggs can... just reminding someone that I'm jungle. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. Yes, I do have a tendency to speak out loud when I'm annoyed, even though I just wrote something. How many times do I need to post jungle before someone sees it? How many times do I need to post jungle before someone sees it? Because I posted it like 3 times. Twice. Where is he? He.
My blade is yours.
Just say jungle done this stuff, no one reads it. Caps. One sentence. Sentence since when? No. Caps one sentence. No one can read that. Right. It's in caps in one sentence, but no one can read it. It's like, hi, we don't have eyeballs. Another attack speed. Trevor's in. These two, the unyielding, unblock, pointless, tough skin, Bladed armor, also pointless, but you kind of need those points in order to get here. That is incredibly pointless. Like a 50, I could understand if it's scaled with level, right? But starting, yeah, every time you're respawned, you gain a 50 health shield. I mean, what the hell is that? At the end of the game, it doesn't even last 2 seconds. It just vanishes as soon as you hit. Yeah, everyone ignored my comment. It's up. Okay. They don't have tank. Redneck Tinder will be their tank. £50 says Ren is their tank anyway. We have no ADC. Yeah, there we go. Noob tank. Noob tank my bloody ass. That guy is solid. Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? God, I hate it when that happens. It happens oh so often. You sit there for like 5 bloody minutes trying to wait for a game and then somebody leaves. And then you go to the next one and then somebody does it again and again and again. You start wondering if, like, one day, you know, I would like to start a match one day. Do you think that is at all possible? Trying to blow my nose here. Yeah, I have a cold. Oh, goody. Fizz. Fizz, Cass, and Evelyn, probably. Shucks to be a Diablo. Cass is already dead. Who did I say? Fizz, Kedadas is... Yes, I think. As I said, a good Yas is a really big pain in the ass. So I prefer, whenever possible, not to see him at all. Stupid nose. Yeah, it's not that bad. I don't see. We're playing Yi. Yeah. For not seeing Evelyn if it's all the same to you. She has a habit of, firstly, stealing my bloody jungle, and secondly, ganking everybody. Just pops out of nowhere and kills people. Yeah, for those of you who don't know me, I'm kind of highly strung. Kind of aggressive. Also, I kind of like being an ass.
My blade is yours.
I've been encountered so hard. Well, a lot of people assume that I'm going to go pure crit, which obviously I'm not. So they'll try to counter me with someone with burst damage, and then they realise that doesn't work. The Gas pretty annoying. I hate Gas ulti. Gas ulti is just really irritating. Blitzcrank's pretty easy though. A lot of people pick it because of that stupid grab thing, and a lot of people are really crap at dodging. I'm not, but a lot of people are. But in most cases, you could kill him really easily. Ooh, Diana. I love Diana. Diana is one of the best champions in the game. The burst damage on that bitch is amazing. Although a lot of people don't realise that you want Nash's Tooth, a Lich Bane, and what the hell is that other one? Nash's Tooth, Lich Bane, and you're laughing basically with Diana. I can't remember what the other one was. I played a game with match with her yesterday and posted it on my channel. The item set's in there if you're interested. I'll stick a link on the thing once it's uploaded. Katrina is a pushover. I know. The thing about going tanky Yi, it's really funny when a Katrina activates her ulti, thinks you're gonna just die instantly, and instead you sit there and you keep on hitting her, and damage isn't doing anything because you've got so much magic resistance, spirit visage, and treads. But then again, if you just activate the heal, I mean, okay, the heal isn't fully effective, but it does mitigate the damage she does long enough for you to then turn around and slap her. But turn her into confetti anyway. Oh god, I hate Shyvana. Right there, is she actually blind? Yeah, she is a bit blind, yes. Shyvana is a massive pain in the ass. Full tank Shyvana. I played full tank Shyvana, and she really needs a mallet, or Omen, or Ruin, or something to slow down the enemies, because otherwise they just run the hell away from her. Or crowd controller down. But the tankiness of that bitch it's equal to how much Diana does in terms of damage. And also she can jungle like a fucking lawnmower. Stupid freaking nose. Yes, Misfortune. Tristania, I don't like Tristania. Silver. I prefer Misfortune. I can deal with Misfortune. Looks like it's Misfortune. Jinx is pretty good. Well, relatively speaking, I mean, I've been playing with a lot of noob teams lately, which is where my allies just universally suck, as I tried to explain before with the ELO hell situation. I think, yeah, my last ranked game was with Diana, and that was pretty good. I mean, not initially, certainly, but later in the late game they pulled it out of the fire. My only real concern here is Shyvana, and if it's a good Gath, we might have a problem. Who's mid? Diana. Depending on how good our Diana is, Katrina might be a problem. Not too worried about their ADC. Although I've seen bad Jinxes. Although we got an Annie. We have an Annie. They don't have an Annie. We have an Annie. They're fucked. Annie is greater than Blitzcrank. Any day. Oh, my stupid nose. My nose is blocked, right? I can't flush it, and I can't snort it, and it's sitting there, turning me into this strange little nasal creature. Stupid nose. Stupid cold. Fine, just loading. I got. Oh, okay. I thought I had. I thought I had Gath in the jungle, or Shyvana in the jungle. Shouldn't be too bad, although I've got to keep an eye on my farm, because that stupid. What is it? W? Yeah, W of hers. Movement speed. Blitzcrank and Shyvana can run away. Katrina can teleport. Misfortune won't be a problem because her slowdown is mitigated by my ulti. Gath will try the knock up in order to slow you down, but it doesn't slow down Yi, so that's fine. There was actually quite an effective build I found with rushing a mallet on Yi in order to slow down the enemy. You don't gain a lot of attack damage that way, but it works very nicely for the health, making you more tanky than anything else, and slows down the enemy, which is incredibly effective against guys like Shyvana who have a tendency to run away. Older as well, Udder even. Especially if you have allies. Sometimes you have allies and sometimes you don't have allies. I mean, sure, they might be present, but they're not actually your allies. They're just guys who happen to be on the same map as you who you can't attack. If you happen to have allies and you happen to have a mallet, then you happen to have a lot of dead enemies. It's just the way the game works. But we're not going with a mallet, we are going with lifesteal. This is the Yi lifesteal build, where you get both Ruin and Hydra, and it keeps you alive. Ruin, Hydra and Visage, and it keeps you alive very, very effectively, whilst also giving you a lot of damage output. Should be good. Yi is one of my all-time best characters, champions even, in the entire league. There's probably no one else that I play better, which is the reason why I'm using him for this, because I don't have to think very much whilst playing, and I can still talk. Although I'm actually losing the ability to talk rather quickly. So that's fun. And we're in. Sweeping lens. Punches Meshata. You'll notice
begin.
that I'm not Stroke, I think. You'll notice that I'm not giving potions. This is because you don't need potions. No one ever needs potions. It's only utter incompetent morons who use potions at any time. And there is a good chance that someone will say, Yi, why no potions? Because firstly, I'm not a noob, and secondly, I have W. I have a built-in self-heal. Anyone who's ever played Yi knows he has a built-in self-heal. He does not need potions. Bloody potions. Diana, Lee, Jinx, stupid. Annie has some brains because she's actually getting a support item.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
That is obviously me. See this dance? Go look on YouTube and check out where that dance is from, because the answer will surprise you. It is from Dexter's Laboratory. Laboratory. Dexter's Laboratory, which is a children's show on what I believe is called Cartoon Network, although they may have changed the name by now.
Minions have spawned.
Since I was a teenager and last actually watched the channel. Yeah, it's from an episode. It's basically the DD dance. That's what it's called. Although she moves when she does it, goes backwards. He obviously doesn't. Also, the head movement is entirely Yi's, but that's basically where they got it from. Or it's just like it anyway. I don't know precisely where they got the idea, but
Defend yourself.
that's where most people consider the dance to be from. Chop, 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 slice, chop, chop, chop.
A true master is an eternal student.
Yeah, the initial this isn't going to be vastly interesting. It's just going to be me killing monsters. Feel free to put your attention down here, where all the action is going on. Some people would get the files of this and put commentary on it afterwards, but this particular video series is called DUS for a reason. It's basically me doing ad hoc gameplay. Check jungle here for sneaky bitch.
In me, Wuju lives on.
What? Oh, for fuck's sake. That's entirely bot's fault. Should have made sure.
First blood.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm talking. I'm casting here. Can't pay attention.
An enemy has been slain.
Can't pay attention to everything.
I will show you the path.
I should probably be ganking right about now, but never mind.
Did you miss it?
I'll go nick Shamanus in a minute. It's alright.
Before strength.
As well. By the time I get to the next load of monsters. It would have been off cooldown anyway. It's 13. Right, fellas, yes.
Mind can pierce through stone.
Lido. There.
Doubt is the greatest.
Speak up, I can't hear you. Oh yeah, my real name is Oliver, by the way. Anyone cares. I prefer Ollie.
Through stone.
Hi. And yes, I am English. I live in London and I was born in Oxford. Proper English tosser.
Anger gives motivation without purpose.
He's rewarded. So he's probably going to scarp her as soon as I get there. Fine.
I will show you the path.
Why not? Who knows I'm here? Just gonna run away. No point.
Form.
I could always double back, but Gathy even has a slight, tiny little brain. He won't do that.
Let us begin.
I'm gonna be careful with wild Shimadas.
Do
Someone
not
just did
let
that.
your pride blind you.
Probably Shivada. Like he killed himself. Idiot. Nothing could happen. Dumbass.
Doubt is the
It's perfectly true. Not a lot of people would have noticed that I was fighting Shivada.
me. Wuju lives on.
All that excessive pinging, and even then it's only a 50-50 chance that someone would come and assist. Shivada at this stage has more power than I do, because she, to be frank, just juggles quicker than I do. Earlier.
The focused mind.
Obviously I'm waiting for a flat
through stone.
1300 before I go grab Lizard. Next, you need it. Oh, for fuck's sake, really?
An enemy has been slain.
Fat lot of good that's going to do. She's already taken it. Gone. Or not. Well, at least my allies are getting my buffs anyway. Oh, I can't bloody well.
An enemy has been slain. Killing spree.
Yep. Okay, apparently I'm on a pro team.
Wuju lives
It's a
on.
bit of a shame, really. I would have liked to have actually had a go. This Raven's going to walk all over him. Well, I would have liked a bit more of me doing something. Monsters for my first cast. Can't have your own little win.
Show you the
He's fine.
Master is an eternal student.
Let's go donkey wallop this, I think. Oh, thanks. He's got back.
Anger.
Not a good
gives
game with this one really,
motivation
but it is one of
without
my
purpose.
placement matches, I guess.
Doubt is the greatest.
Rampage.
You'll notice how Shavana is never mind.
Ally has been slain. Rampage. Unstoppable.
Do not
Proceed.
let your pride
Double
blind
kill.
you.
Snoop.
In me, Wuju lives on.
Sucker.
Slain an enemy.
And kill.
Is an eternal student. Fall before strength.
Let's go take this tower, I think. Fun fact, if you can still see the corpse, they're still dead.
Unstoppable.
It's vanished, he's back up. But it's going to take him a minute to get here, so it's fine.
Has destroyed a turret.
I will show you the path.
Need about another 300 for the boots, so... Well, I need 300 for the boots, so it makes sense to go and assist. Although I could have just let them do it and then use my teleport in order to get back in the fight quickly, but never mind. Yeah, a bit of a pointless waste.
Dominating.
Welcome to kill you. Yeah. Should get mine off enough, I think we'll take you one of those. That's a good idea.
Gives motivation without purpose.
Let's go get the booties. 15-1. See, this is what I mean. Sometimes you just end up on a team of absolutely incompetent
Let
noobs.
us begin.
Shavana isn't doing too bad, although I would have done better. But Katrina, Misfortune, totally caved. Gath isn't too bad either. There tends to be about 2 players who are pretty good. Shavana, with the amount of my jungle she nicked, that's pretty good. And Gath, because he's simply not feeding.
Master is an eternal student.
Yeah, but that must suck.
In me, Wuju lives on.
That must suck like that.
One cut of
Too easy.
An enemy has been slain. Godlike.
This is what I mean. This is not balanced matchmaking.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
In any way, shape or form, it's just not balanced.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Can't see anyone. Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. It's fine.
Form before strength.
I stuck.
Shut down.
What? Suck. So
This will be a harsh lesson. Did you miss it?
Legendary.
Doubt.
I like playing with pros. Playing with pros is fun.
An enemy has been slain.
The focused mind can pierce through stone. Let us begin.
A lot of people will tell you that Matchmaker is fair and balanced. Is it really? Is it really balanced? Hi, Tower. Never likes you anyway. Let's go grab red. So I think it would go down, but unfortunately it ran out of minions. Allied minions.
Anger gives no
41 true damage combined with 34. 40 is 75. 75 true damage per hit. That's pretty freaking high. I mean, for true damage. Yours defense just cut straight to the jelly. Nice one, Annie. Very nice one. Great. Hi. Son of a bitch.
Let us begin.
Store health.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
That's what
Legendary.
sucks about matches like this. I can't really do anything because Diana, Jinx, they just wipe the floor with everybody else. There's no one really to fight.
An enemy has been
I
slain.
don't mind complaining over a win. I'll take a win any day, but
Legendary.
it would be nice to actually be able to
Double kill.
fight someone. What's going on?
Do not let your pride
People are dying for some
blind you.
reason.
True master is an eternal student.
Take Dragon. One minute cooldown, I can afford to spend on this. My ulti, that is. Notice how I'm basically taking no damage. It's restored almost instantaneously.
Anger gives motivation without purpose.
That is how a good build should be. You shouldn't be worn down by fighting monsters or minions. And to some extent, even the
For
champions.
strength.
You should stay alive and they should die. That's how a good champion build should work. I mean, obviously there are champions such as Olaf who depend on and Anorex to some extent on taking damage and carrying on regardless. Oops.
Ally has been slain.
I will
Nothing to be
show
done.
you the path.
Learn to dodge.
Doubt is the greatest
I think
enemy.
red's still there. Probably. Holy crap, I have 2,000. Damn it. Gold. 2,000 gold. Go to 2,400.
Double kill.
Ah, with one nice.
An enemy has been slain.
The fox
Try to watch what's going on, but I can't actually do them both at the same time. What's I using? Yeah, see, Lich Bane. That's how you should do it, although personally I
An
prefer to
enemy
also
has
get
been slain.
Rashes, because it syncs wonderfully with their passive.
motivation without
My tower. Never liked you anyway. Always so mean, big ass.
Killing.
Your don't help. Don't help. Don't help.
An enemy has been slain.
There's a meme with Master Yi about him goes to find a goes to find some grass to meditate in. Meditating with grass, which is marijuana.
begin.
Joke. Watch out for the Blitzcrank. Watch out for the Blitzcrank. Watch out for the Blitzcrank. I hate this point in a match. Yes. You've got to try and crack the towers or split push or something in order to get through. Wait till they come far enough out that you can gank them there. Gotcha.
I will show you the path.
Yeah. Just thinking I need some attack speed. Give that Ruin and teleport back.
Anger gives motivation without purpose.
A lot of people don't take things like teleport, but I think it's essential with the jungle because you can offer instant help to your allies. I don't have enough life steal for this. I'm tanking him anyway, like I have. Awesome. Awesome. I'm not a tank. I'm not a tank. Not a tank at all. Damage I can do, but I'm not a tank. Top lane. Top lane.
Do not let your pride blind you.
Your turret has been destroyed.
And how people end up doing that, I really don't.
An enemy has been slain.
Personally, I watch my mini-map more than I watch what's going on the rest of the screen. For some reason, people just don't see things sometimes. I know, I suppose if you're over here and trying to dodge, it's a bit difficult to keep an eye on this as well, so...
This will be.
I seem to be able to... I seem to be able to manage it just fine, though.
An enemy has been slain.
Yep. It's at this point, well, long before this point, really, that sensible people surrender. Apparently that's not on the cards for these people.
Master is an eternal student.
Let's go join it.
Has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a
Easy. Done. Finished. It's a match.
victory.
3-1-2, 16-1. Told you Diana was good. 7-2 Lee. Lee's obviously good. That's pretty good. That's my kind of score, that is. I can do that with her, no problem. Jinx, Annie. Who really am now? Katrina, obviously. Misfortune. Bad ADC. A bad ADC is a horrible thing. See what I mean? Gath, 6-2. Shavana, 2-5. Their score can be explained by the hemorrhaging of Katrina and Misfortune. It's not really surprising. Bad ADC and a bad mid collapsed their game. Combined with epic mid and epic ADC. Yeah, that'll about it. I felt I was rather unnecessary. Jinx, teamwork. Lee, teamwork. My general policy on whether or not I hit on a player or report player, and then ignore user if I have to hit report player, is basically down to if you get 3 more kills than deaths, then you're a good player. If you get 3 more deaths than kills, you're a bad player. It's as simple as that. And I tend to put players such as these guys on my ignore list, just so hopefully I won't ever have to play with them personally on my team. But I don't know, you'd probably have to do that to like 4/5 the entire player base before you'd end up playing with and against only decent people. Anyway, Annie, yes, very good. That is the sort of score that a support player should get. You should not end up with something like this. 0-14. If you get that on a support player, you have failed miserably. That is how it should look. If not, even better. A lot of people forgive getting scores like this if you're support, but I don't, because I personally don't score that, and I've seen players who can score stuff like this. You were very good. Yes, Diana, good. Good Diana. Nice Diana. Misfortune. Gath. What did Gath get? Gath got a lot of health. He was a tank. That could be forgiven, I guess. Shavana was good. Nicking my jungle like that was really rather annoying. I don't often raid, because it's irritating and it's irritating, risky, and a lot of the champions I play don't have those movement speed bonuses unless I'm playing someone like Shyvana. Although sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but mostly I don't. Some might call it bad play, but it's not entirely necessary most of the time. Focusing on ganks and farming as much as possible generally works out for the best. Beginning of this video, I said that you tend to take more physical damage. Physical damage to wrong word. You tend to take more physical than magical damage. Ta-da! Me, physical. Use the mouse. Physical damage taken. Higher, 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 high, 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 high. Bad even, bad even. Magical damage, all low. All lower than physical. Right across the board, top to bottom. Except for their Blitzcrank and Katrina, but that was only because Blitz and Katrina were up against Annie in bot and Diana in mid. So obviously they would have taken more magic damage. Yeah. But overall you need more armor than magical resistance. Although again, I still keep it even because that way, regardless of who it is you're up against, you've got equal amounts of offense and defense at the same time. Plus, there are plenty of items that give the do magical damage proxy. I mean, Shyvana is a pure AD champion apart from her E, which... No, wait. No, she's powered by AD and she does magical offense. Bad example. Alright, get out of this. Fine. There are pure AD champions who can use items which proc magical damage. For example, a tank may use Wit's End, which does magical damage on hit, and it strips the target of magic resistance. And then because they're a tank, they might grab something like Sunfire Cape for the health, the armor, and the passive, which increases the overall damage output. But the fact is that even though they might be an entirely AD champion from what abilities they have and what damage their abilities do, they still do a lot of magical damage from an item like Sunfire Cape and Wit's End, which also work very well when used together. So if you're fighting someone who got Sunfire Cape and Wit's End and all you built was armor, you'd still be incredibly vulnerable to their hit-on effects and their passive AoE. So you've got to take both magical and physical defense into account. I mean, okay, yes, building a bit more armor than magical resistance makes a lot more sense in terms of what you actually take overall, but when you're fighting the individual, you still got to take magical defense into consideration, even though your opponent may be purely physical. I'm going to break the video here. Have a little break personally to rest my voice and to get a bit more life back into me and blow my nose, obviously. Yeah, so that'll be video 1, and then we'll do the next placement match. Yeah, I'll do the last 3 placement matches, red draw those, and just upload them over the next few days, so I can work on making like some proper videos for my channel. So yeah, taking a break. I'll be back in a little while, as soon as I figure out how to turn OBS off. Stop recording. Bye bye.